Story for kids. Rafa and Robin Hood, the quest for justice. Rafa was exploring a trail near the forest when, suddenly, he heard the sound of arrows slicing through the air. Curious and always eager to discover new things, he followed the sound to a clearing. There, he saw a man dressed in green clothes with a hat adorned with a red feather, practicing with his bow and arrows. The man shot with such precision that every arrow hit the target perfectly. "Wow!" exclaimed Rafa, unable to hide his admiration. The man turned and smiled. "Hello, young one. I'm Robin Hood. And you are?" "My name is Rafa," he replied. "Are you the Robin Hood from the stories? The one who steals from the rich to give to the poor?" Robin Hood chuckled softly. "Yes, but it's not just about stealing. It's about fighting injustice and helping those in need. In fact, I'm about to start an important mission, and I could use someone with your energy and courage." Rafa was thrilled by the idea. "I'd love to help. What do we need to do?" Robin Hood explained that the evil Sheriff of Nottingham had confiscated all the food from a nearby village, leaving families starving. "We need to recover the food before the sheriff takes everything to the castle," said Robin Hood. Rafa, always ready to lend a hand, immediately agreed. They made their way through Sherwood Forest, where they met Robin Hood's band of friends, Little John, Friar Tuck, and Lady Marian. Rafa was welcomed with warm smiles and hearty hugs. "Let's show that sheriff that justice always wins," said Little John, patting Rafa on the back. The plan was simple but risky. The sheriff's convoy would pass over the forest bridge at dusk. They needed to intercept it without hurting anyone, just to return what rightfully belonged to the people. "We need someone agile to climb the tallest tree and signal when the convoy is approaching," said Robin Hood. Rafa grinned. "Leave that to me." With his agility, Rafa quickly climbed to the top of a tall tree, from where he could see the entire road. When the convoy approached, he waved a red cloth. That was the signal to take action. Robin Hood and his group, including Rafa, blocked the road with tree trunks. The sheriff and his guards stopped, surprised. "What's going on here?" the sheriff shouted angrily. Robin Hood stepped forward, with Rafa by his side. "You've taken what doesn't belong to you. We're here to return the food to the people." The sheriff laughed mockingly. "You're just forest bandits. You can't stop me." But Rafa wasn't intimidated. With a determined look, he replied, "We're not bandits. We're friends of those in need. And we won't let you keep up this injustice." Robin Hood, impressed by Rafa's courage, shot an arrow that cut the rope of a cart, causing sacks of food to fall to the ground. While the guards scrambled in confusion, Rafa and the others quickly gathered the food. But the sheriff didn't give up. He tried to capture Rafa, chasing him through the forest. Rafa, quick and clever, dodged trees, leapt over branches, and avoided roots. Finally, with Robin Hood's help, they managed to trap the sheriff inside a hollow log. "This forest belongs to the people, not to you," said Robin Hood, tying up the sheriff and leaving him for the king's guards to deal with. With the mission accomplished, Rafa and the group brought the food back to the village. The people welcomed them with joy, thanking them for returning what was theirs. Children ran around Rafa, amazed by his bravery. "You were incredible," said Lady Marian, handing him a small oak leaf brooch, the symbol of Sherwood Forest. Before they said their goodbyes, Robin Hood looked at Rafa with a proud smile. "You have the heart of a true hero. Always fight for justice, no matter where you are." Rafa waved, feeling inspired. "I learned that helping others is the greatest act of courage there is."
Rafa and Robin Hood teach us that fighting for justice and helping those in need is one of the greatest acts of courage and solidarity. When we unite for a just cause, we can make a difference and turn the world into a better place.
That was our story for today. Want to hear more awesome adventures? Then subscribe to our channel. And if you liked it, give us a thumbs up so we know. See you in the next adventure with Bruninho's gang.